The narrative unfolds in a fantastical realm where two magical brothers, Rian and Raffle, establish a school dedicated to maintaining the delicate equilibrium between good and evil. Their partnership ends tragically when Raffle, defying Rian's warnings, employs forbidden period magic during a duel, resulting in his fatal fall from a cliff while Rian survives. This foundational conflict sets the stage for the story's exploration of morality and destiny. Years later, in the village of Gavalden, the story introduces two best friends, Sophie and Agatha, whose lives are starkly contrasted yet deeply intertwined. Sophie, yearning to escape her mundane existence dominated by a nagging stepmother, dreams of becoming a princess. In contrast, Agatha lives on the outskirts with her eccentric mother, who believes in Agatha's latent magical potential. Both girls are social outcasts but share a profound bond, forged through shared experiences and the loss of Sophie's mother. Their adventure begins when Sophie discovers a mysterious book about the school for good and evil at Davil's bookstore. Intrigued by the legend of a girl named Leonora, who disappeared under a blood-red sky 2 decades earlier, Sophie secretly applies to the school by placing a letter inside a wishing tree. Despite promising Agatha she would not run away, Sophie ventures into the forest, where a monstrous vulture abducts her. Agatha pursues and is also captured, leading to their arrival at the enchanted school. Upon arrival, the girls are separated. Agatha is gently placed in the rose-covered courtyard of the school for good, while Sophie is unceremoniously thrown into the river gates of the school for evil. Sophie protests vehemently, insisting she belongs among the good, but is forcibly taken inside by wolf guards. Agatha, meanwhile, experiences immediate judgment from the Evergirls, the school's elite, who mock her appearance and assume she is a never, a term for those destined for evil. Both girls face immediate challenges as they navigate their new environments. Sophie meets Lady Lesso, the dean of the school for evil, who dismisses Sophie's claims of being misplaced and informs her of her status as a reader, a prestigious role within the school. Agatha encounters Professor Dovey, who explains the school's rigid system. Agatha is an Ever, representing good. Sophie is a Never, representing evil. Dovey warns Agatha that admitting any mistake could be fatal, compelling them to maintain appearances until the situation is resolved. She encourages Agatha to unlock her magic through emotional expression. The story intensifies as students from both schools gather in a grand hall for a formal event. Sophie and Agatha attempt to reunite, but are separated by guards. A prince named Tedros dramatically challenges and defeats his peers, impressing the crowd. An altercation involving a Cyclops summoned by a rival student escalates the tension, but Tedros triumphs, inadvertently throwing a rose at Agatha, which she rebuffs. The headmaster, resembling Morpheus, delivers a speech reinforcing the school's infallibility, shutting down any claims of error regarding Agatha's placements. Both girls endure bullying and social ostracism. Agatha is locked in by the Evergirls but escapes, while Sophie is harassed by Hester and her roommates, culminating in a confrontation that reveals Hester's familial ties to a hag, deepening the animosity. Agatha overhears a conversation between Lesso and Dee, revealing Lesso's belief that Agatha is more powerful than Sophie and her frustration that evil has not triumphed in 2 centuries. A supernatural warning from Raffle's blood pillar cautions Agatha to avoid Sophie, foreshadowing impending conflict. Sophie's transformation begins as Lesso forcibly cuts her hair, symbolizing a loss of beauty and innocence. Raffle appears in a mirror, encouraging Sophie to embrace her dark destiny. Meanwhile, Agatha and Tedros grow closer, though Agatha remains cautious due to Sophie's supposed claim on Tedros's affections. The school's magic system, known as Fingerlow magic, is introduced, with students gaining access through a ritual. Sophie adopts a rebellious new persona, aligning with other Nevers and embracing her role as a villain. The narrative explores the pressures of conformity through classes focused on uglification and beautification, where both Sophie and Agatha resist the imposed values. Agatha befriends Gregor, a prince who confesses his desire for a simpler life, highlighting the theme of identity beyond societal expectations. Sophie's pursuit of true love's kiss with Tedros intensifies, leading to a public display of affection that sparks a violent clash between the schools. The headmaster intervenes, proposing a trial by tale, a survival test in the Blue Forest where Sophie, Agatha, and Tedros must find each other by dawn. During the trial, Sophie is attacked by killer pansies and a reaper, but Agatha's magic saves her. Tedros, witnessing Sophie's hesitation, accuses her of evil and abandons her, causing Sophie to blame Agatha for the rift. Dovey confronts Agatha about her interference, but Agatha challenges the school's binary view of good and evil, questioning the fairness of the system. A pivotal moment occurs when Agatha's heartfelt letter to Sophie is intercepted and distorted by Raph, sowing distrust between the friends. Sophie, feeling betrayed, embraces period magic under Raffle's influence. The faculty's internal conflicts surface as Dooby confronts Lesso about Raffle's secret presence, revealing Lesso's desire for evil to prevail and Anemone's warning that Raffle's intentions threaten both schools. Sophie's transformation culminates in her confrontation with Lesso, where she reveals her newfound blood magic powers and allegiance to Raffle, who is revealed to be Leonora of Gavalden, the girl who vanished years ago. At the Evers Ball, Agatha and Tedros discuss Sophie's fate, with Tedros confessing his love for Agatha. Sophie's dramatic entrance, marked by a black veil and a sinister appearance, escalates tensions. Tedros rejects Sophie, affirming his feelings for Agatha, deepening the conflict. Chaos ensues as students and faculty are magically incapacitated, and the Evers launch an assault on the school for evil despite Agatha's warnings. The attack backfires, transforming the attackers into evil versions of themselves. Sophie seizes to demand retaliation, leading to a fierce battle. Tedros is injured, and Sophie uses her magic to repel Agatha, severing their friendship. The climax reveals the headmaster's true identity as Raffle, who has infiltrated the school for good to corrupt it from within. He praises Sophie as his partner in spreading evil. Agatha and Tedros reunite, determined to save Sophie from Raffle's manipulation. Sophie and Raffle share a true love's kiss, triggering the collapse of both schools and the rise of pure evil. However, Sophie's remorse leads her to plead for reversal. In a final act of sacrifice, Sophie protects Agatha from Raffle's attack, reversing the curse. Tedros attempts to defeat Raffle, but is overpowered. Sophie magically passes Excalibur to Agatha, who slays Raffle. Mourning Sophie's apparent death, Agatha's true love's kiss revives her, symbolizing the power of friendship over romantic love. The schools are unified, dissolving the divide between good and evil, and the portal to Gavalden reopens. The story concludes with Sophie urging Agatha to stay with Tedros, but Agatha chooses to return home with Sophie. Their families welcome them back, and as the portal closes, a mysterious message hints at future adventures. Despite the narrative's open-ended nature, the lack of a sequel from Netflix suggests this is the story's conclusion. This detailed exploration of the film reveals themes friendship, identity, and the complexity of good and evil beyond simplistic binaries. The characters' journeys challenge traditional fairy tale archetypes, emphasizing empathy, self-discovery, and the transformative power of love in its many forms. The film's blend of fantasy, suspense, and psychological drama offers a rich tapestry for analysis, inviting viewers to reconsider preconceived notions of morality and destiny within a magical context.